Streaming from Oklahoma's own digital studio, this is OU Football Update, brought to you by Brahms.
All right, hi everybody. It's time for a Sooner pod here on Oklahoma's own sports. If you enjoy our thrice-a-week pods, please like and subscribe. We're coming to you from Owen Field just after Oklahoma's 17-6 win over Missouri on Saturday. One win away now from the college football playoff, and just like it's been the last few weeks, Chris, defense and special teams.
Or as Brent would put it, grimy. He likes saying grimy.
Word of the day.
Yes,
yeah.
It was. It was funny. He was asked after the game. They said it was kind of an ugly win. He said, ugly to who? Mm-hmm. This is a Brent Venables type win. His identity is all over this defense.
Yeah, if you love great offense, it's ugly. He loves great defense, and his defense is being relied upon to win football games, and he loves that. What I like about it, and I think there needs to be an understanding of this, is they have an identity. This is a team that has an identity. They play great defense, maybe the best defense in the country. Mm-hmm. They play great special teams, might have the best kicker in the country. I think they do have the best kicker in the country. And they ask the offense to do just enough and not turn it over. And again today, they didn't turn it over. Once they get a lead, and we've seen this pattern now the last 3 weeks, once they get a lead, they kind of take the foot off the gas a little bit with the offense. Sure, they want to go score. They'd love to go score more points. But the most important thing is don't turn it over and make sure you make the opponent try to march 70 or 80 yards. They don't think anybody can do that on them. Alabama couldn't do it on them in the second half last week. Missouri couldn't do it on them all day today. And so it's working. They're winning games with this formula. That doesn't mean they don't want to score more points and be more explosive. And we saw them try to take some more deep shots in this game. Didn't connect on any of them, but they tried to take some more explosive looks. But when you get ahead, it's almost like UFC. You follow the UFC.
Not closely.
Rear naked choke, man. They just squeeze the life out of the opponents with that defense. It's impressive.
Yeah, and it's funny because how many times we heard Brent Venables since he got here talk about turnover margin.
Yeah.
As soon as the takeaways have started rolling in for this Oklahoma defense, it's been a new level that we wondered if they had. The defensive backs are playing better. They still give up the yards, but man, they hold tight when it gets to the red zone. Mm-hmm. Special teams has been excellent. That blocked field goal, I mean, that's a big-time play.
Big-time play. Peyton Bowen blocks the field goal. I thought that whole sequence right there really started to turn the game around. Mm-hmm. Missouri was up 3-0. They're in field goal range. They're going to go for it on 4th and 2. And right before they snap the ball, Brent Venables calls a timeout. He saw what play they were going to run. Eli Drinkwitz says, well, he already saw our play, so let's kick it instead. So the timeout was effective. Then they blocked the field goal, and then 2 plays later, the 87-yard touchdown pass to Isaiah Satania. And the game flipped on those 3 or 4 plays right there. So just a fascinating turn of events and another great defensive performance.
Still a hard time offensively with a lot of things, but getting the ball downfield. They tried a lot more in this game. There were some opportunities, a few plays that John Mateer missed, but the commitment to doing that has to make you feel at least a sliver better about the offense.
I think it's important, even if you don't hit, for the defense to feel like that they have to respect it. You know, they've got to be aware that you might try to go deep. They haven't even tried the last several weeks. They tried several times today, and it didn't work. But I think when LSU watches the film, they're going to have to protect against that. It opens up the middle of the field a little bit more. It has the corners and the safeties playing back a little more just in case you take a shot. You know that. You were a defensive back in college. And so I think it's the right thing to do. But, again, the most important thing for them is don't turn it over. Don't give the opposing offense a short field. Certainly don't give them any free points. Make them march.
I thought they showed a lot of maturity because it's so easy to be looking ahead at the playoff. They're going to have to show maturity again this week. Now they're just 1 win away from that playoff hope. But it almost felt like getting over this hurdle was the first one. You have those 2 big emotional wins on the road.
Yeah.
You come back home where you're comfortable, and they got over the trap game. I almost feel better about it than LSU. I don't know about you.
No, I agree. You could talk about it now that it's over, but you go and you get fired up to go on the road, in somebody else's house at Tennessee. Same thing at Alabama. And there's almost a sense that, okay, we did the hard thing. Now we're coming back home. It's going to be easier now. Yeah. We're back in front of our fans. And it's also Missouri. And no offense, Missouri is a very good football team. But Missouri is familiar to Oklahoma fans. Maybe not these players, but they've played these guys, 99 times now through the years. And so it would have been a very easy game today to let your guard down and not be ready for. This place is going to be a zoo next Saturday.
It is.
Okay, it's LSU's first ever visit. If you win, you're going to the college football playoff. It's a 2:30 kick, which it would be better if it was night, but it's still going to be an electric atmosphere. It'll be dark here in the fourth quarter. I can't wait to see what the atmosphere is like. There's no sleepwalking into next week. Now, maybe they'll be too hyped. I don't know. They're still going to have to play well. But this felt like the game that if they were going to maybe look ahead or just be a little lethargic, this would have been the one. They got the win next week.
All right, we'll get deeper into LSU later. I want to put a bow on Mizzou, but first, Brahms has something they want to say too.
It's time to enjoy the sweet taste of Brahms Strawberry Shortcake Sundae. Our creamy vanilla ice cream is nestled on top of Brahms fresh-baked golden bundt cakes, with spoonfuls of delicious strawberry topping all around, complete with fluffy whipped cream and a cherry, to create the perfect flavor combination. Strawberry goodness is waiting for you at Brahms.
And you know, Toby, too cold for a shake right now. My hands are a little chilly. Once I warm up in the car, things might change.
Hot chocolate at Brahms?
Hot chocolate? If not, they should add it. Yeah, that'll be a big announcement next. Hey, this Missouri team, you mentioned they're familiar. OU, Missouri going to be playing each other every year for at least this cycle of SEC games. It felt like it was more contentious than usual out there between the players.
Did you see the coin flip? At the coin flip tonight, that's the most trash talk I have heard south of a national championship game. The officials were having to get between the players. You're right. Like, this is developing into something. I don't know if Eli Drinkwitz is going to be there next year. He's a candidate for a whole bunch of jobs, so maybe the dynamic changes once he's gone. You know, he had something to say about Bob Stoops last year and it rankled all the Sooner fans. But you're right. There is some boiling bad blood. It's part of recruiting. The transfer portal's a part of it. Now they've gone 1-1 against each other the last 2 years on the field. So this could be fun. I think this matchup will last more than this 4-year cycle. I think you're probably going to see OU Missouri every year for a long time.
Yeah, Taylor Wine found a new rival as well.
Taylor Wine got after it with Truman, the mascot. At one point, Taylor made a play, and Truman was over on the OU sidelines. He was down there by the Missouri cheerleaders. And on his way off the field, Taylor went over to Truman, the mascot, and started barking. Woof, woof, woof. He was barking at the Tiger mascot. So some of these guys are, to play defense, you got to have a screw loose slightly. So I think that fits well.
I want to get your thoughts on one last thing before we go, because I saw people talking about it on social media already. Brent Venables in the running for Coach of the Year.
Yeah.
What do you think of that?
Well, he deserves to be mentioned. Yeah, I mean, there's probably, I would imagine Mike Elko, who's got an undefeated team down at Texas A&M, and maybe a couple of others are going to get a few more votes, at least as of right now. But he deserves his flowers. What he has done with this defense over the last 4 years, what he's done with this team this year. They were 6-7 last year, and especially after that Ole Miss loss, a lot of people thought that maybe this was a chance going to be it for him here. And he has picked this program up, and they're one win away from the college football playoff. He's done an outstanding job.
A lot to talk about with LSU. We'll save that for the next pod of our thrice weekly.
Yeah.
You always get to say that. I always wanted to say it. That was a fun one. We'll see you later this week.
Thank you for watching this Oklahoma's own digital studio stream. Stay with News 9, online and on television anytime for the latest news, weather, and sports.